What if the patterns of the stars above were the same as the patterns within your mind? What if every heartbeat, every thought, every joy and sorrow echoed something greater, something cosmic? The ancient Hermetic sages believed this was not just a poetic idea, but a law of reality. They called it the Principle of Correspondence, summed up in 7 simple words. As above, so below, as below, so above. This mysterious phrase, found in the Kybalion, is more than an old saying. It's a key to unlocking the hidden order behind all things. It means that the universe is built on repeating patterns, mirrors upon mirrors. The tiny world inside you reflects the vast world outside you. And when you learn to see the connection, you gain the power to understand both. In this video, we'll explore the deeper meaning of the Principle of Correspondence. We'll look at its ancient roots, break it down piece by piece, and discover how this simple law can shift the way you see everything, from your inner struggles to the stars in the sky. This isn't just about knowledge. It's about transformation. Because once you realize the universe speaks in reflections, you begin to see that the answers you seek in the world have always been quietly waiting inside of you. Long before telescopes captured the swirling galaxies, long before microscopes revealed the dance of atoms, ancient sages whispered of a truth hidden in plain sight, that the universe is a grand reflection of itself. This idea, this law of mirrors, was not new when the Kybalion put it to parchment in the early 20th century. In fact, it is one of the oldest spiritual teachings in existence. The phrase, as above, so below, can be traced back to the emerald tablet of Hermes Trismegistus, a mystical artifact said to contain the secrets of the universe in just a few cryptic lines. Hermes, the mythical teacher of the Hermetic tradition, was believed to be a fusion of the Egyptian god Thoth and the Greek god Hermes, both messengers of divine knowledge. His teachings were studied by alchemists, magicians, and philosophers for centuries. To these ancient thinkers, the Principle of Correspondence was not just an idea, it was a tool, a way to decode the mysteries of existence. They believed that the structure of the cosmos, the rhythms of nature, the patterns in our dreams, even the rise and fall of civilizations, all reflected one another like ripples in a pond. In Hindu philosophy, the Upanishads echo this wisdom. That which is the smallest is the same as that which is the largest. In the Jewish mystical tradition of Kabbalah, the tree of life maps out both the cosmos and the soul. In Taoism, the Tao flows through all things, uniting heaven, earth, and humanity in one eternal movement. Why do these teachings, separated by continents and centuries, all hint at the same thing? Because they were all gazing at the same sacred mirror. When the Kybalion revived the Hermetic teachings, it brought this ancient idea into the modern world. It told us that every plane of reality, the physical, the mental, the spiritual, follows the same patterns. By understanding one level, we can understand them all. This was more than philosophy. It was a technology of the soul, a way to align with the rhythm of the universe and to remember that we are not separate from it, we are its living expression. And so, the Principle of Correspondence stands as a bridge between science and spirit, seen and unseen, above and below. The next time you gaze at the stars, or feel the storm inside your heart, ask yourself, what is this reflecting? And you may just hear the universe whisper back. The Principle of Correspondence, as taught in the Kybalion, is captured in one haunting phrase. As above, so below, as below, so above. At first glance, these words seem poetic, almost mysterious, but they carry a profound key to understanding the architecture of reality itself. Imagine a fractal, those endlessly repeating patterns where the smallest part mirrors the whole. Zoom in, and you see the same structure you saw from afar. Nature is filled with these patterns. The branching of trees, the structure of rivers, the spirals of galaxies, the veins in a leaf, the neural networks in your brain. Everything reflects everything else. That's the essence of correspondence. According to Hermetic philosophy, the universe is made up of multiple planes of existence. The physical plane, where matter moves and things decay. The mental plane, where thoughts form, emotions stir, and imagination takes flight. And the spiritual plane, which is more subtle, more like the ocean beneath the waves. Each of these planes follows the same laws. What happens in one is echoed in the others. For example, a thought, though invisible, can shape your physical world. Think about a time you were deeply afraid. Your body reacted, didn't it? Your heartbeat quickened, your breath shortened. A mental state shaped your physical state. That's correspondence in motion. Likewise, patterns in the cosmos can be reflected in your personal life. The moon influences the tides, and perhaps your moods. The cycles of nature, birth and death, waxing and waning, appear not only outside you, but within. This is not just metaphor, it's mechanics. The universe speaks in patterns, and the language of those patterns is correspondence. It's like tuning a musical instrument. When one string is plucked, another of the same note begins to vibrate in response. This is the law of resonance, the idea that like attracts like. The principle of correspondence works in the same way. When your inner world is in alignment, your outer world begins to mirror that harmony. It's a reflection of the cosmic law, as above, so below. When you align your mind, emotions, and actions with the natural rhythms of the universe, your external reality begins to shift, resonating with the balance you've created within. This principle teaches us to observe the small to understand the great. Look at the micro to know the macro. The behavior of an ant colony may hold lessons about society. The dynamics within your family may reflect larger truths about humanity. The conflict between your thoughts and emotions may mirror the chaos you see in the world. But here's the real power. If everything reflects everything else, then change in one place creates change everywhere. Transform your thoughts and your reality will shift. Heal the wounds in your heart, and you will see the world respond. Elevate your inner state, and your life will begin to mirror that higher vibration. You are not a powerless observer. You are a living fractal of the cosmos. And the principle of correspondence invites you to read the signs, recognize the reflections, and create with intention. The principle of correspondence, when examined deeply, reveals more than just a simple mirroring of the physical and spiritual realms. It unveils paradoxes that challenge our understanding of reality. One of the most profound paradoxes we encounter is that opposites are often reflections of the same underlying truth. Take the concept of light and darkness. We usually think of them as opposites, but according to the principle of correspondence, they are intimately linked. The existence of one cannot be fully understood without the other. One casts its shadow upon the other, and together they create the play of light across the cosmos. In the same way, good and evil may seem to be antithetical forces, but they are two sides of the same coin, echoing each other. This duality exists on all planes, from the mental to the spiritual. Every act of creation carries within it the potential for destruction. Every moment of joy harbors the seeds of sorrow. As above, so below. The principle also speaks to the interconnectedness of all things. Consider the human body. From the smallest cell to the vast systems of the body, each part corresponds with the others. If one system falters, the entire organism is affected. Similarly, on the spiritual and mental planes, one thought or emotion can create ripples that influence the entire structure of our lives. It's like a master architect designing a building. The foundation, the walls, and the roof must all correspond, each part supporting and strengthening the others. If one element is out of alignment, the entire structure becomes unstable. This understanding of interconnectedness also leads us to the power of perception. Since everything reflects everything else, how you perceive your world, your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs, determines the reality you experience. By shifting your internal state, you shift the external. But perhaps the greatest mystery revealed by the principle of correspondence is that the same laws that govern the vastness of the universe govern your life on a microcosmic level. The laws that guide the galaxies, the forces that drive nature's cycles, are reflected in your own existence. Just as the universe operates in patterns of energy, so too does your mind. Thought is energy, emotions are energy, and both radiate out and shape your experiences. What does this mean in practical terms? It means that by understanding and aligning yourself with the cosmic rhythms, you can begin to shape your life as consciously as an artist shapes clay. But this requires awareness. It's not enough to merely know the patterns. You must live them. You must embody the principle of correspondence in your daily life by recognizing the subtle links between your inner world and the outer world. Now that we've explored the depth of the principle of correspondence, it's time to translate this ancient wisdom into practical steps that you can apply in your own life. Understanding that the same patterns that govern the universe govern you can become the gateway to transformation. 1. Observe your inner world to shift the outer world. The first step in applying the principle of correspondence is awareness. Begin by observing the patterns in your own thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. How do your internal states correspond with the world around you? Do you notice recurring patterns in your relationships, work, or health? For example, if you find that you are often frustrated or anxious, ask yourself, what is this telling me about my inner state? How does this pattern repeat in my external world? Perhaps you feel overwhelmed because you have a chaotic environment, or maybe you are not expressing your needs clearly to others. By recognizing the relationship between your inner and outer worlds, you can begin to change the internal patterns, which will lead to changes in your external reality. 2. Harness the power of reflection. Use the idea of correspondence as a mirror to understand yourself more clearly. Look at the world around you. What resonates? What irritates you? These external reflections are often clues to deeper internal truths. Take the example of a challenging relationship. If you find yourself in constant conflict with someone, this could reflect an internal struggle you're facing, perhaps with your own values or boundaries. Reflect on how this conflict mirrors a part of your own mind that needs healing. By making changes within yourself, the reflection in the relationship may begin to shift. 3. Align your actions with the cosmic rhythm. Once you begin to understand how your inner state corresponds with the outer world, you can start to align your actions with the larger patterns of the universe. The seasons, the cycles of the moon, the movement of the stars, these natural rhythms reflect the divine order of existence. You don't have to wait for a perfect moment to begin. Start by aligning your actions with the natural flow of energy around you. If you want to manifest abundance, for example, observe how abundance operates in nature. Growth, cycles of giving and receiving. Begin by cultivating an abundant mindset and creating a habit of generosity, whether it's with your time, love, or resources. 4. Use thought as a creative tool. The principle of correspondence teaches us that thought is energy, and energy shapes reality. To apply this, begin using focused, intentional thought to create the life you want. Think of your mind as a garden. The thoughts you plant today will bloom in the future. If you want to create prosperity, cultivate thoughts of abundance. If you want peace, plant seeds of calm and serenity. Create daily practices of mindfulness and meditation to focus your thoughts on the reality you desire. As you align your thoughts with your intentions, you will begin to see the effects ripple outward into your life. 5. Master the art of reflection. To truly embody the principle of correspondence, make it a practice to pause and reflect regularly. Look at patterns in your life and use them as feedback. Ask yourself, what does this situation reflect about my inner world? What can I learn from this mirror? This process of reflection will allow you to deepen your understanding and refine your actions. It will also help you release limiting beliefs that may be hindering your growth. As we close our exploration of the principle of correspondence, it's clear that this ancient law is not just a philosophical concept but a living, breathing tool for transformation. By recognizing the interconnectedness of all things, how the patterns within the microcosm of our own minds mirror the vast universe around us, we unlock the power to change both our internal and external realities. To live in accordance with this principle is to step into a deeper, more profound understanding of the universe. It's an invitation to shift from a passive existence to an active role in the cosmic dance. By applying reflection, observation, and alignment with natural patterns, you begin to consciously create your world from within. This is how the sages and mystics of old wielded their power, by aligning with the universal rhythms, and thus shaping their lives with intention and clarity. Remember, the principle of correspondence asks you to look beyond the surface of your reality and see the intricate, invisible threads that connect everything. Every thought, every emotion, every action. These all send ripples through the universe. By transforming your inner world, you will witness a parallel shift in your outer world. So, let us leave with this. The universe is a mirror, and in its reflection, we can find the clues to unlocking our highest potential. Step into this mystery, and let the echoes of wisdom guide you towards your truth. Now, the power is in your hands. What will you choose to reflect? If this exploration resonated with you, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to join us on this journey into ancient wisdom and modern insight. Share your thoughts. How do you experience the power of your mind shaping reality? In our next video, we'll explore the second Hermetic principle, vibration, the ancient truth that everything moves, everything vibrates. From the subatomic to the celestial, this principle reveals how your frequency shapes your reality. You won't want to miss it. Stay curious and keep exploring.